wants to try to reduce the world's dependence on China. I think all of those goals are laudable goals, but the problem is I don't know which one is first, second, or third. What I do know is this: whatever his goals are, since April 2nd, the stock market, which at the time was about a $51 trillion market cap, meaning take all the public companies, the NASDAQ, New York Stock Exchange, add them all up, they're $51 trillion. We've lost $11 trillion since then. So we're now at 51 trillion, when it was at 62 before. That's number one. People want to break China, not break them, but reduce their, I think you said it well, Jesse, reduce our dependence on them and their role in the global economy. But if we break ourselves in the process, it's not necessarily the best thing. When you think about the 11 trillion that had been lost, Greg, that money didn't go into the bank accounts of veterans, retirees, working people, teachers, the very people that put the president in office, working class union families across the country. In fact, these people are hurting the most. So I want trade equality, but I got to tell you, I just don't understand why trying to get a few $1 billion in tariffs from Honduras, Vietnam, and Canada is worth an $11 trillion loss of market cap, which are dollars and cents lost out of 401ks and retirement accounts and aspirations for families all across our country. At some point, the president will have to answer this. And again, this is why I started the first segment off like I did. Come back from El Salvador, Democrats, and focus on the needs, aspirations, and concerns of the American people.
You know, half the country doesn't have any money, any investments in stock. It's like 10% owns 88%. No. And also, when you talk about the loss, you act like you're like a weatherman who says, "Oh, it's 12 degrees outside. It's never going to go back up. It always goes back up. 20 times it's dropped, it comes back up." And I don't even work at the Fox Business Channel, Harold.
But I tell you this, no one in their right mind ever says, you know what, the best way to get from 50 to 80 is to go to 20. Then let's try to get to 80. Yeah, unless you have a plan. That's my only point. Yeah. I don't think the president, no one in their right mind ever says, you know what, the best way to get from 50 to 80 is to go to 20. Then let's try to get to 80. Yeah, but unless you have a plan. That's my only point. Yeah. I don't think the president has.
Well, unless you're a hedge fund.
Well, his plan is not clear to me. It does. I don't think, and not only that, the people who are losing, who wake up every day, some people are looking at their 401ks because they have to. And 170 million Americans are investing in it.
All right, Kennedy.